obviously we're in the comic store.
Yeah.
A lot of the comics and anime and mangas, all this stuff has inspired you. But when it comes to music, artists, who inspires you?
There's only really like a few people for real. Like, I mean, it's probably definitely more than I could count on my hand. But compared to like how many people is out here, it's like a few amount of people that I try to like intake. Like it'll be a certain like. I get flashes of inspiration from a lot of different shit, like in different eras, you know what I'm saying? But my main inspirations, I'm gonna say overall consistently to this point, Kanye, Drake, Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Obviously, like the obvious three. I'm gonna go ahead and say
out the new wave though. How about out the newest wave?
Out the newest wave.
From the Uzi freshman class down, like what would
like
you?
Who's inspired? Uzi's definitely inspiring to me.
And he's from the city.
Yeah, Uzi, Cardi.
Playboy Cardi or Cardi B?
I mean both in different ways, but not necessarily musically for Cardi B. Like it's just more so like
her being herself.
Yeah. I fuck with Cardi B, like, but Playboy Cardi, is it Uzi on down? I fuck with Valet heavy. I like Baby Keem. I'm listening to Baby Keem a lot right now. I'm really trying to, who I be listening to, bro? I'm trying to think. Let me look at my playlist and shit. I like Pierre Tape a lot.
Oh yeah. No, that one was alright.
Yeah, 21? No, definitely Offset and 21.
It's crazy that you said Offset. Like I feel like do you get this at all that there's like an Offset-esque to a lot of your music?
Nah, I've never.
You've never heard that? Which is it's a great thing. I personally I love Offset.
I love Offset. I think probably like I mean I take that as a compliment because like I feel like I fuck with Offset because probably our sense of rhythm is probably very like close.
Like when I hear Hot, right?
Yeah.
I feel like that song you could have put Offset on. Like that could have been a hard Miles Chancellor and featuring Offset track.
Yeah, but shout out to Rich Rick though.
Oh no, he bodied that. No, he did body that. No, if it could have been all three of you guys.
Facts.
That would have been body bag.
Yeah, facts.
When I first originally met you, I don't know if you remember this. It was Aunt Bill had a show.
Yeah.
This was in the city.
Yep.
I don't remember what the venue was.
I remember where it was. It was
it was some lounge.
The event lounge on the sit down Cecil B.
Yeah, I don't remember what it's called. But yeah, so me and you linked up from there because I remember always hearing your music from just certain people listening to you from around the city.
Yeah.
And so when I seen you, I was like, I put the face to the voice, and then I seen you guys perform. I was like, oh no, we gotta talk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I've heard of you before. I've heard your music before.
Yeah.
And then from there, not too long after that, maybe a month or two, you and Ant put out a project together.
Yeah.
So speak to me about that. What was the whole? Was that a surprise project? Did everyone know about that?
Yeah, like a lot of people, I won't say a lot of people knew about it, but we had a lot of people involved in it. So it was like, people knew about it, you know what I'm saying? But that was something that we started that probably a year before it came out. And it was like, so we probably had, out of the songs that's on there, we probably had maybe 3 or 4 of the songs that was on that ended up being on the actual drum, like before we actually put that shit together. And it was like a long span of time between when we actually started it and when we ended up locking in and finishing it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it was like,
how'd it come about though? Like how'd that happen?
Who initiated it?
Yeah.
It was like, it was both of us at different points. You know what I'm saying? So I think initially, I probably initiated it and like we just started work. Like I think we was working so much, it was just like, yo, why don't we just do a tape? Yeah. And I was like, all right, cool. I think the first time we was talking about it, I pulled up on him in New York, at the Downtown Records office.
Yeah.
And we played each other our albums at the time, like, so what I had of Moral Compass at the time. And mind you, this is like, it's probably September, October 2017, something like that. You know what I'm saying? And or maybe even November. It might have been.
So it was that far back.
Yeah. 2017 for sure. Like what we did, shit. Even Need for Speed, bro. Like that was. We started that in like 2015 probably. You know what I'm saying? Or 2016. It might have been 2016.
Yeah.
And that, I think, originally, he was going to be on West End Chisel, like my second project.
Yeah.
And it was the song that
What's the time date on that one? That was obviously before. What year?
Yeah, that was
this?
2016.
2016.
Yeah. So, like, when he started that, it was the second part to the beat.
Yeah.
And we came back to finish it, and he was feeling that part of the beat more. So he laid his verse on that, and I just had it for a while, like, you know what I'm saying? And we started, like, reconnecting, making music. Like, we was both going through shit at the time. Like, we was just talking about, you know what I'm saying? So, talking about shit, making songs about it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
so it was super, super organic.
Yeah. It wasn't like, oh, like, I'm from Philly, you're from Jersey. Just do it. Like, it was like,
I love that though, that everyone's starting to work together, because that the Philly wave is crazy, as you know. You're one of the people from the new wave of Philly. Jersey, their wave is crazy. So I love to see that Philly and Jersey are working together, whether it's South Jersey, North Jersey, Central, whatever.
Yeah, bro.
So it's a beautiful thing.
I got some shit with Ish that ain't come out.
Oh yeah, you and Switch got some stuff on the top. Okay.
And I'm on Shaq album too.
Okay.
I'm on Shaq G album.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's definitely around, bro.
Yeah.
Definitely around. Me and Ant, I think, that was something that I think, like, everybody around us kind of knew was gonna happen at some point, but it was just like, yo, we just gonna do this. You know what I'm saying?
Those are the best ones though. It happened organically. You didn't have to force it. He didn't force it.
Yeah.
And he took the ski off. Took the ski mask off, and that's what. As soon as I heard that intro on Stranger in Fiction, no ski, I was like, this is the perfect title for this song. Like, you really took the ski off. What made you think of all things to say that you took the ski off?
Yeah. Man, like,
because that's a bold statement.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if you say that, you really gotta take the ski off, and you did.
Yeah. I just felt it. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when I was like, I don't know, like, I be telling him this, like, all the time, like, and he sees it, like,
he's talking about your board, by the way. Shout out your board.
Yeah, my fault. But like, it'd be like, I get into like a flow state, like I'll just like lock in and zone out, and it's like, I'll feel it when I'm about to like go a certain way. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
it's like on Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
About the Kamehameha in the booth.
And it's like, I feel like I'm naturally like clever, so like stuff would just like start rolling. So I'm like, I'm about to kill this joint. So I just said it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what made me call it No Ski, because I said something like, I forget the bar even. I make so much music, bro. But I said something about I took the mask off and shit. It's like, it's real shit though. You know what I'm saying?
You really took the mask off.
I killed that shit.
And even with the Adlibs, right? I'm a huge Adlib person. Whenever, I love that Adlib. How important is Adlibs to you as an artist? Because I know with certain artists, they don't use Adlibs. Some artists do. I, as the consumer, whenever I hear a song, the Adlibs add a certain touch to it, that little spice right there, that makes it go from a good verse to a great verse. How important is Adlibs to you?
It's super important, and even knowing when and when not to use them is important.
It's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
Speak on that.
I've been that artist that I'm like, no, I don't use no ad-libs. Like, I'm just rapping straight, such do the hook. But it's like, over time, as I've gotten like more creative, like, I just look at ad-libs like a creative thing too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of my ad-libs, I would hope everybody's like this, but like, I don't be planning them joints like, oh, I'm about to go in, like, you need like an ad-lib that sound like this right here, like, do that. It's like more so just my vibe off of the bar that I'm saying, or how I said some shit. So I might have just said that, like, I just said that shit like, just like that, like,
you got trademarked that.
You
definitely got trademarked.
Facts. And then the everybody favorite drawing for me is the what, you know what I'm saying? That joint is like, I just did that shit with the tune on, and I was like, oh, that's catchy. Like, so I know how to recognize some shit that's like, all right, this is an ad-lib.
And you don't plan them. But when you do plan something, you love when a plan gets executed.
Yeah.
What's it about? We all love when things are successfully done.
Feeling, right?
It's an amazing feeling. But what is it about to you that you love when a plan is executed?
Bro, it'd be like, yo,
because when I heard that line, I was like, I 1,000% can relate to that. Any person listening to this can relate to that.
Facts. When a plan executed, after you've been like, first of all, it takes so much to even get to the point of execution. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so when you're like, it starts from an idea, so it's like fulfilling that idea. When the plan gets executed, it's like showing yourself something tangible. It's like a tangible representation of your capability. You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, like it's like reassurance to yourself. It's like, I said I was gonna do this shit, I did this shit. You know what I'm saying? And like even to people that's around you, it's like he said he was gonna do this shit. He did this shit.
He did it.
And they got respected. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I love when the plan executed because it's just like when all the pieces come together, it just feel like
amazing feeling.
It's an amazing feeling, bro. Like, and like because it doesn't always go like that. Like I got other bars where I've said like I'm shooting for the stars and landing on the cloud. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a real feeling too. Yeah. It's like a lot of shit. I feel like what I've come to learn, bro, is like I feel like most people with creative endeavors, I'm not gonna say 9 times out of 10, maybe 7 times out of 10 or 6 times out of 10, when motherfuckers just putting some shit out, they're shooting for the stars and they landing on the cloud, and however you perceive it, whether that's like really high up or like not doing it for you, it's like it's probably not even as far as they was trying to take it, but it's certain things that like, you know, there's circumstance, there's just like physical restrictions as far as where you're at, like maybe the type of people that are interacting with certain types of things you're trying to do. So it's like it's a different type of
feeling.
Feeling for everything to like, all right, this went according to plan. Like, you know what I'm saying? But that's what that means. Like, I got a villain sense of humor. It's like you got like when I be like coming up with shit, I be laughing. I really be laughing.
Bro, what makes you laugh about it?
Cause I just be thinking about how I'm about to do it. So week after next. You know what I'm saying? I just be like,
you said you're back on.
This is dope. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was just thinking about how I'm about to do it. I think about a lot of shit. Like, you know,
now you seem very strategic.
Yeah, like
are you the superhero or are you the villain?
I'm an anti-hero.
So you're the villain?
Nah.
What's the difference?
The anti-hero is the person. Anti-hero is like Deadpool. Or the Hulk, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where they have good hearts and they want to help where they can, but they're not gonna put the help over their self-interest really.
Yeah.
But they might, but you shouldn't expect them to.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's kind of how I feel about myself in the sense of like, right, basically where I'm at in my life right now. I'm probably not always gonna be like that. But I got a bar in one of my new raps. I said, until I got a baby, I'm gonna be selfish, baby. Like, that's what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got like, you know what I'm saying, family that like I really like love, like younger members of my family and shit, nieces and nephews, little cousins, stuff like that, of course. But in terms of moving around in my life, I'm gonna be selfish. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but it's like, it's for the greater good though, to secure, like, I'm fighting for something. I'm fighting
for purpose.
Yeah, to have the ability to like be able to embrace and you know what I'm saying, do more. And I do embrace. Like, I got a lot of like people that, bro, like people come around my crib, bro, like Bora tell you, it's like the safe haven for motherfuckers. Like when they like gotta talk and shit like that, just want to play the game or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying, my youngins come through there, we make music. It's like it's a lot of shit like that can go on there. So, you know, I wanna like do that on a bigger scale. But as far as just like, you know, the hero or the villain, is like it's gonna be times where I'm gonna be able to show you my heart and what I'm trying to do. There's gonna be other times where you might be on the other side of the coin and you my competition. Like, I feel like somebody that's a perfect example I'm talking about is Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z is beef with a lot of people. And like had a lot of people talk down on him and stuff like that. But you see where he's at right now, where it's like Did you peep?
Making power moves.
Did you peep when the list came out? When the top 50 rappers, he was the only one that was at number one in the same position every list.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No matter how niggas disagreed on everything else,
he put that work in. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. No matter if you listen to him or not, you have to respect it. You know what his impact, because it's not just the music though. It's the impact as well.
Facts.
You know,
Facts.
so like, and I know, like you said, that this is much bigger than just the music. You're trying to do this for a bigger purpose.
Facts.
And that's what Hope did.
Facts.
So why wouldn't he be at that number one spot on everyone's list?
He's putting different people in position, or like helping people fight their unjust cases, and you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like at certain points you're not going to be really in a position to be the hero. You have to build yourself up to be the hero. You get what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, that's dope.
Yeah.
That's a crazy. I didn't even think about it that way. I had to hit you up your own Adlibs. Us being on South Street, obviously it's a known thing. You're from the city of Philadelphia.
Yeah.
You travel around so much that it feels like Philly's not just home base. Like you've done so much in so many different cities. You've traveled around, made music, touched so many different people. I feel like me being in the Philly scene, just as you are, I feel like you don't get enough love out here as much as you deserve. Whenever you go outside the city, I feel like the love is much more. Do you feel that way at all? Do you feel like Philly is sleeping on you in a sense, in your own city?
Yes and no, because it's like in certain ways, and in other ways, I feel like the things that I worked for, I'm appreciated for. You get what I'm saying? And the areas that I'm not necessarily appreciated as much in is what I'm working on now. You get what I'm saying? But it's like, I feel like I've seen me inspire people. I can pack a show here whenever I want. You know what I'm saying? I can, go out and people that ask me about my music, and you know what I'm saying? So it's
even when I walked in, there was somebody that stopped you and was talking about your music.
He was just like, he wasn't talking to me because he knew my music. We was talking about comics and shit. Yeah, he was like a cool dude though.
He looked real excited.
Yeah, he was. I mean, I was saying some like stuff about the Marvel universe that he just ain't pick up on. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm like real into like threads and shit. So that kind of goes into like how I even write my music and conceptualize my albums. So like I really love the way that they wrote everything and planned everything out for the Marvel universe. Like I think it's brilliant. That shit is crazy. They got shit planned for 10, 20 years into the future.
Do you have a similar approach with your music?
I don't yet, but at some point I think I will. I'm trying to like figure out how to go about that, you know what I'm saying? Because I want to be able to still capture the moments within that plan. So, you know what I'm saying? So you got like, when you planning for shit like that, it's like, for example, like they could plan for the next 10 years, but I was hearing the way that the Blade movie even came up was Mahershala Ali just hit them up and was like, yo, I'm trying to do Blade. You know what I'm saying? And they heard him out and it made sense. And it's like, okay, we'll do this, John. And now it's like, but I'm pretty sure they're going to tie that into the overall story of wherever they got it going. So it's like, they had the plan already. It's like, all right, we know we doing this Black Panther 2, Doctor Strange 2, Captain Marvel 2, Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Where does Blade fit into all of this? Like, they got to figure it out, but they probably left themselves enough wiggle room to figure it out. So that's kind of like the beginning stage. Like I'm at the beginning stage of that, the way that I look at my shit, because everything is a thread
for the final project.
Yeah, well, honestly, my first 3 projects was all a thread. Actually, my first 4. So my first one was No Man's Island, then West End Chisel, then Time and Place, then Moral Compass. You know what I'm saying? So all of them is like, it's a reference to how when you're young, you're literally trying to find yourself, and you never stop really trying to find yourself.
Of course,
if you're ambitious, I feel like, and just like, you know what I'm saying, you could stay young, but it's it's about finding yourself direction. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like No Man's Island, West End, there's a time and place.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Moral compass. Like, it's all like a thread in that. And so I left in that way, kind of like how Marvel did. Like, I left a lot of, I knew what the concept was, I knew what the plan was, and I left a lot of room in between for life to happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that filled up the content.
So
You know
where does Spook fall into the plan?
Spook is
this is this a little teaser for something that's coming up?
Nah.
Is this just something to just keep us on our toes?
Yeah, Spook
We've
is
been
right
hungry.
now.
We ate a little dessert, a little
Stranger Than Fiction?
A dessert before the dinner, because I like my sweets. So like,
Yeah, appetizer.
Spook, how did that come about? Because I just see, I'm on my Instagram.
Yeah.
I'm scrolling, and boom, Miles is on. I'm like, wait, hold on, damn, where has he been at? And then you start going off, taking the mask off again. But this one called Spook.
Yeah.
The ski mask is called Spook.
Yeah.
How'd that come about?
It's so it's crazy, man. Like, I wanted to do something completely new this time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted to do something that wasn't necessarily like in that thread of projects, but like wasn't necessarily even like bound to how that shit sounded. Even like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I felt like I was Stranger Than Fiction basically started what this is. You know what I'm saying? It gave people that first taste, the first like introduction to the concept of like, this is where things kind of get to be a little bit more abstract for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm at a point in my life where a lot of things are coming at me at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't make me feel quite how it made me feel like I have to find myself before. But it's just more so like I have to assert myself more so. I'm gonna plant my feet at this point. You know what I'm saying? For who I'm gonna be for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like that thing is scary.
I was about to say this sounds like it's much more than just creating the music. It's like fighting inner things that are going on within you.
Yeah.
What has there been series of events that have happened within your life that brought you to this spot that you kind of had to like take a step back to evaluate everything?
Yeah, for sure. It's real life be happening. You know what I'm saying? Like I've dealt with loss. I've dealt with taking losses. I've dealt with just a lot of thoughts that any human is going to have after just taking so much, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't really talk about it so much, but like my grandfather passed and shit like almost 2 years ago when I dropped Time and Place, trying to roll into like Moral Compass and all of that, like at the end of the year, and it was like it's fine. It's fine.
And the thing is like not only is it hard to deal with losses, it's like you have to find the sunlight in that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you gotta figure out a way to bring the positivity
bro,
out.
To be honest, bro, I think I let out like a good joint, like there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I still haven't like
coped with everything.
Yeah, I haven't faced it yet. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and I know that, and I'm gonna do that on my own terms. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, that's just something that was like, that's where I noticed a start of shit where it's like, all right, this is a different part of my life. Because he was somebody that I remember him all throughout my childhood. Like, it's probably the closest grandparent I had to me. So it's like, all right, now that he's gone, it's like a new chapter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, that's kind of where I start a lot of the stuff from. You know what I'm saying?
See, now it's even a bigger purpose. Not only are you doing it for you and your nieces and nephews, you got another angel looking over you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's another blessing that you have. Mentality wise, where you at currently? When it comes to the music, at Miles as a person, where are you at mentality wise?
I'm in a good space right now, to be honest. I'm in a space of conquering demons, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like at that, I'm doing the necessary work, you know what I'm saying? Like on myself, and just to like
That's not an ocean.
you know, get my.
Yeah, but you said
It's like a certain feeling, like a certain zone I like to be in when I'm like creating certain types of music where I'm trying to bear off. And I feel like I'm at a point now where I have enough perspective on what I've been going through to give like, you know what I'm saying, to get at the people. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be having to go through that sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it just rolls, and I got a lot of like, you know, on this project that's coming, it's a lot of different types of music. It's like more so purposeful music. It's not just, this project is like, I'll put it like this. There are points in the project where it's like I'm talking about me in general, but as far as the purpose of the songs, I approach it like I wanted to make sure that I know life hard, so you need songs to go with these different times and purposes instead of focusing solely on what my necessary issues are like in detail. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'll talk about them as needed, but I'm really trying to give y'all something that's like I can play this when, even for confident shit, like for when you know, for like you lost your girl or you know what I'm saying, any of that shit, like when you get a new girl, you know what I'm saying, all of that, like it's there. And I feel like it's probably gonna be a more lengthy offering than my last few.
We need that. We need that. I'm definitely excited to hear that, man.
But spook, man, it's like when shit gets scary, it's a time when I'm 24, so like.
Oh, me too.
Yeah,
okay.
So we at a point now where it's like you probably see it like motherfuckers we went to school with. It's people that's like settling into what they want their life to be or what they've always wanted their life to be,
and then there's the other side.
Settling for.
Yeah.
And
then there's the other side. There's some people that you went to high school or college with that they wanted to do certain things. They were the man in college or their man in high school, and then they folded. They ended up not chasing their dream because they were too scared. And that's a real thing, man. Like a lot of people.
You just said scared.
Yeah, scared.
Shit be spooky, man. You feel what I'm saying? It's a scary time when you like, when it's like, all right, because I feel like we're at the age now where it's really hitting us, holy shit, like, and there's certain people that's had to grow up probably like sooner or like, you know what I'm saying, faster, like 17, 18 or like, you know what I'm saying, whatever.
Dude, it's a series of events.
You know what I'm saying, or people that just feel like they've been on their own their whole life and stuff like that. But for me, personally, I didn't start to feel the weight of my decisions being my decisions until maybe like 23, like last year. Man, you feel what I'm saying? Like just as far as like, all right, shit that I do now, I can't. It ain't like I don't got like a whole lot more time to like go back and correct this shit, or like if I do something nutty at 18, I'm like, all right, 21 is 2 years, 3 years away. Like, what? I don't give a fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying?
At that point,
you feel what I'm saying? But when it's like you get to like 23, 24, it's like, oh, I'm getting closer to like 25, 26. Like, you feel what I'm saying? It's
but you also gotta keep in mind, man. Like, we have nothing but time.
We definitely have time, but not nothing but. And it's because it's like
you can't waste it, but you have time.
And it is a man-made concept. But the way that it's structured for what we do, and you know what I'm saying, in society, it flies. So you got like that's another thing that is my mindset too. Like, and you know, anytime somebody's doing like a creative endeavor or some shit like that, like trying to do something that maybe a lot of people around them not doing, it's sometimes hard for that person to be present. You know what I'm saying, and physically and even like just mentally, spiritually, like with the people in their life, with things that's going on, they might not make it to the graduations, they might not make it to the birthday parties and shit, they might not make it to the family outings and shit, but they're in the at the TV studio, they're you know what I'm saying, they're doing like they're at the doctor's office, they're you know what I'm saying, they're saving people's lives and shit. When there's people that's doing like other like time demanding shit,